Hello, my name is Kelly Washington. I'm the director for the Cultural Resources Department of the Salt River-Pima Maricopa Indian Community. The Salt River-Pima Maricopa Indian Community, we have approximately 9,000 tribal members who are either Pima or Maricopa. Also in our languages, we are O'atam or Pipash. And in our department, we have three different branches. One of them is the language program, where we are attempting to teach the languages to the younger generations and to the older ones who want to learn as well. Cultural preservation program that deals with a lot of the historic preservation laws. And then, of course, also we have our Huhugam Key Museum. That is our tribally operated museum where we have a lot of education programs for tribal members and also for other visitors as well. Our reservation is approximately 54,000 acres. Our reservation is surrounded by the cities of Scottsdale, which is to our west, and Mesa to our south, and Fountain Hills, which is kind of to our northeast. And so we're kind of this little rural island amongst this urban area here. We're used to a lot of people visiting here in the community. So although a lot of the programs that we have, educational programs, are geared towards tribal members and cultural preservation, we realize that we have a lot of interaction with our neighbors all around us. So we want them to know as much as they can about us, because we have to, work together in a lot of different ways. The whole entire Phoenix metropolitan area is part of our traditional homeland for the O'atam and Pipash. So actually, the original boundaries of Salt River Reservation, as it was established January 10th, 1879, extended to what would be 115th Avenue today. So it was about 680,000 acres and would have included what's today Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, etc. But within the same year, June 14th, that was amended and it was shrunk to about 46,000 acres. So slightly less than we have right now. Early child care facility, we have the Head Start, elementary school, we have high school, and also Scottsdale Community College is located within our community. We do have gaming called Casino Arizona. We have two different sites, and gaming has provided us a lot of opportunities that we wouldn't have had otherwise. That's how we got a lot of our schools and new facilities and infrastructure and healthcare and all the different things that we have. We do have Talking Stick Golf Course next to the resort area, a new spring training facility for the Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies, resort and casino and golf course. So it's all going to be kind of interconnected. So when people come to visit, they can have fun, I guess, and relax and shop. Probably the most important thing I would want visitors to understand is that the indigenous people of this area are still here, and that is O'atam and Pipash, and we are still stewards of this land regardless of what the current legally defined borders are, and we welcome them to our land and hope that they get to know the history of this place and recognize that we are still here and we still have our indigenous rights, and we hopefully continue to be here for many generations.
Skooky Moyajug, Anya Napchug Gary Owens Jr., Anya Guagisho, the Huhugam Key Museum. The Huhugam Key Museum is an Akimarot, word meaning House of the Ancestors. And we welcome you to it. The house was originally a youth home built in 1966, and it was done by the process of adobe brick, and the adobe brick was built and constructed right from a small pit south of the current museum's location, and it was done with the mesquite poles, which held up the roof, and the ocotillo ribs and the saguaro ribs, which comprised the wall and packed earth. It was one of the few structures built in the traditional methods and done by the community as a whole. And the reason that they had a youth home here is because they did not want to send the children off the reservation, because they felt that family was important, and that if we're going to take care of our children, then we need to take care of them. So that's why we built the youth home, and it's still standing to this day, and that's over 40 years ago. When the new youth home was built, I believe 1983, then they vacated this building. And in 1987, a coalition of tribal members, including Alfreda Antone and Audrey Santo, got together and said, we need a museum to perpetuate our culture, our traditions, our language, all that's important to being on Akimerotam or Pipash, the Maricopa and the Pima. So it was formed with a small group of people that put together baskets, put together items that they had in their houses, items that they knew were important to the people, traditional and even contemporary items, and they housed them here in the museum. And in honor of the people that were gone, our ancestors, our Huhugam, they dedicated it to the veterans of the foreign wars and the wars. Any of our young men and women that have gone overseas to fight for America, that's who they dedicated the museum to. When you come and visit our museum, we're open Monday through Fridays, just like normal business hours, 9:30 to 4:20. We welcome you, and you come in and you'll see an exhibit gallery. You'll see remnants of our traditional past. But as I said, we are a museum of perpetuation. So sometimes you may see somebody here working on a basket. You may see somebody working on a beaded cape, part of our heritage. And there is no fee to come in. And we welcome all visitors, and there's actually a nice museum store where we highlight the O'odham and Pipash crafts. And who knows, you may be able to get a great bargain, or we might have a sale. So we welcome you, and please join us.